Hi everyone, this is Bharti. Welcome to the channel. I'm a childbirth educator and a prenatal yoga instructor, and in this video I'll be showing you 5 simple moves that you can do that will help to nudge your baby into a head down position if they are in breech presentation. It's best to start doing these exercises at about 32 weeks if you know that your baby is in breech position. While all of these exercises are pregnancy safe, it is always best to get a go-ahead from your doctor that you are okay to practice prenatal yoga. You might need a couple of yoga blocks or cushions for a couple of moves. Once you are ready, let's gently hop onto the mat and get going. So the first exercise we are doing today are pelvic tilts. And this is basically to create some space and mobility in the pelvis so that the last 3 moves are more effective. So let's come into a tabletop position, hands under the shoulders, knees below the hips. And we are just going to inhale, lift the tailbone up, lengthen the spine and look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in, curling the spine, bringing chin to chest. Inhale, gently lengthen. Exhale, round the back, bringing chin to chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. And come back to center. You can do this 2 to 3 times a day. From here, we are going to step the right foot forward and you can take it slightly outside the right hand so you have enough space for your belly. And here you might need a yoga block for support. You can place it on the outside of the right hip. We are going to gently push the hips forward, extend the left arm up and bend towards the right side. You'll be getting a nice stretch along the entire left side of the body, especially the left hip flexor. These hip flexors, when tight, can reduce the space in the pelvis, which is required for baby to come into a head down position. So staying here for 3 deep breaths. And gently release, and we'll do it on the other side. Feel free to take a cushion or even a blanket to pad your knees if your knees are sensitive during pregnancy. So let's step the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Bring the yoga block on the outside of the left hip, gently pushing the hips forward. Inhale, extend the right arm up. Exhale, bend towards the left. Breathing into your right hip flexor this time. Very nice. And come back. Now from here, we are going to come all the way down onto the mat. So we are going to slide down sideways and come onto our back, bringing both the feet close to the hips, preparing for bridge pose. So we are going to gently lift the hips up, and then we are going to place either our cushions or yoga blocks under the hips, and we'll stay in bridge pose for some time. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently lift the hips up, and then you are just going to slide a couple of cushions or yoga blocks under the hips and stay in this reclined position. Ideally, you should stay here for 3 to 5 minutes, especially when the baby is active, you can feel their kicks. And if they're active, you can also place a cold compress or a bag of ice on top of the uterus. What this does is the baby doesn't really like the cold and they will sort of try to move away from the cold and they might just move to the bottom of the uterus. So we are going to stay here for 3 to 5 minutes. And after that, gently remove your cushions and yoga blocks and come down with control. Again, you can do this about 3 times a day, doing it when the baby is most active. The next exercise is basically walking in your downward dog. So we are going to bring our feet wide, wider than the hips. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we are going to lift the hips up, coming into downward dog. So always make sure your legs have enough space so that the belly is not getting compressed. Keep the heels raised. And once you are here, we are just going to walk forward 4 steps and then walk back. So let's do this once more. Only if you're comfortable. And then slowly bring the knees down and you can push the hips back and rest. So the idea with the inversions is basically to create more space in the pelvis so that the baby has some room to flip. The last move is called a forward leaning inversion, and we'll need to get close to a sofa or a couch for this one. So the last exercise is called a forward leaning inversion, which is basically a gentle inversion in which we are going to bring our head down and the bottom up. So make sure you don't have any pregnancy related complications like high BP, in which inversions are not recommended. It is also best to have a partner for support here, just in case you need support in going down or coming up. You can also have a stool in front of your couch to help you go down. So you are going to come to the edge of your couch, and then you can first bring your hands on the stool and then step them down. And from here, we are going to bring our forearms down and lift the hips up, letting the head relax. So your head should not touch the ground. It's free. We are going to stay here for 3 deep breaths. And then slowly come back on our hands, step back on the stool and come up gently. So you're going to do this 3 times a day. And the idea behind this is sometimes the ligaments, the uterus and pelvis become tight during pregnancy. And what this does is helps in lengthening these ligaments to create more space, which will help the baby to turn around and settle into the pelvis. So these were some moves which you can do to help nudge your baby to come into a head down position. And once the baby flips, you can always do a lot of other exercises which are available on the channel to help engage the baby into the pelvis. Do check out my birth preparation program, in which we go through everything that you and your partner need to know to prepare for a positive birthing experience. Hope you found this helpful. I'll see you with something new soon. Till then, take care and bye-bye.